Welcome back to the vlog. As you can see, we are somewhere that you guys are not familiar with, working in equipment that you're also not familiar with, and it has been a few days since we last spoke. I've been extremely busy, which I will fill you guys in on. But suffice to say that things have changed quite a lot. Start off with, let's get the simple one out of the way. I ended up purchasing that truck, which I will show you guys here in a little bit when we're done with this job, from Farmer Fred's. He ended up being a second cousin, I think. But regardless, we ended up purchasing that. Ooh. Sorry, still nervous and new to using this equipment. This is, of course, Farmer Fred's place. Well, one of his places, anyway. But we have been staying here. Still in the camper. There's no house on this property. But at least we're not potentially trespassing on someone's land in order to have a place to stay. Oh, that was the wrong button. Pardon me for a moment while I get this sorted out. I'm still learning this equipment. Okay, sorry about that. I think I cut myself off even. I was saying I'm still not real familiar with this equipment, so I'm still learning as I go here. I'm not really good at it just yet. I don't think I want to cut in there like that either, do I? No, I don't think I do. I think the best thing to do, if I don't go too fast on you here, is to let's see, get ourselves faced down this way, and we can start going up and down. So the second thing that I should advise you all on, as far as changes, is with Farmer Fred himself. We are currently basically managing Farmer Fred's entire farm for him because he is sick. I did not know this when I started working for him, but Farmer Fred has cancer. And he is very ill and currently in the hospital. So we have been handling all of the chores around the farm as best as we are able. I do go visit him every couple of days and discuss what's going on, get instructions, but I try not to pester him too much because he tires very, very easily. It's such a sad thing because he's a wonderful man. He's been very generous to my sister and I, and we wouldn't be where we are without him. But it's an unfortunate part of life for many people, and I'm helping him in the best way that I can by taking care of the farm. And I can get help from his cousin that I bought the truck from, who is also a farmer. If I need it. he doesn't live exactly close, so I can't rely on him too much either. But I'm not entirely alone. That's the important bit. We're just cleaning up the farmyard today. Well, for this part of today anyway. As you can see, it's pretty thick with the grass. And I was originally just going to use a different piece of equipment and mulch it all in, which I'll show you guys that. But Fred's cousin made a great suggestion in point. Why waste the grass? There's quite a lot of it. We can turn it for a profit. Farmer Fred himself does not have any animals, but other farmers in the area do. And so we can potentially sell this. Oops, I didn't back up far enough. Sell this as either hay, or we could make silage with it. And if we make silage and other farmers aren't interested, we can also sell it to a biogas company. Alright, I think that is everything, guys. So let's shut everything down, fold it all up. I'm not going to be able to, with this particular setup, get back here behind the barn, not with the gas tank and all these trees here. Oh, I didn't do a very good job at this end though, did I? Let's fix that while we're here. Alright. So I'm going to carry on taking care of business, and I'll see you guys back in a little while when I have something else to show you. Alrighty, the mowing is done, so I've got the tractor parked already. I'm gonna hop out now and give you guys a quick tour around the farm. So you've seen the Puma before. We used that on the very first job that we ever did for Farmer Fred. He's also got this nice New Holland T8. I have not had a chance to drive that yet. The 6250R that we were just in with these beautiful mowers. I'd never heard of Kverneland before, but they do the job quite well. And then over here we've got a smaller Massey that I haven't used either of the Masseys yet either. Although they are coming. I've got work to do with them soon. This is a 5713 with a front end loader, and you can see we've got some attachments. And this big old beast here, what is this? This is a 7S 190. Alright. I don't know a whole lot about tractors, as you guys know, so I have no idea what that means. Then we have a really old John Deere 850 here. Early diesel tractor. And no 3-point on that one. I do know that all the new stuff comes with 3-point hitches. But no 3-point on that older tractor there. So let's get the door closed here. And we'll go out through the man door. And go ahead and close that. So this is the yard that you guys were seeing me mow. I missed a little bit there. Oops. We can clean that up though. And sitting outside because we're getting ready to use them. Well, actually, we've already used them on most of the fields. We have a plow there and a cultivator right here. We've been busy. In this shed here, barn, shed, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's a pole barn. But we have some more equipment. We've got a baler, I think that's called a tedder. This one is called either a rake or a windrower, depending on who you ask and what country they're from. We've got a British guy that works for Farmer Fred's cousin. By the way, I'll just tell you his name. His name is David. Most everybody calls him Dave. Fred and Dave, go figure, right? Two very generic American names. We have a big auger wagon here. And anyway, I guess I got sidetracked from my train of thought. The British guy calls it a windrower. Everyone else around here seems to call it a rake. But the idea is that it rakes it all up together into rows. I don't know for sure why we have it, since our mowers do that by default. But I'm not the expert here. This is a bale pickup trailer. It automatically stacks the bales as you pick them up. This is a solid material spreader that can be used for fertilizer or lime. And then most everyone knows what a combine harvester, although most of us just call it a harvester, is. This is the header for it. It is a Draper style header, so the wheels and drawbar for it being a trailer are built right in so that I don't need to have a separate trailer. Whoever got it in here is a master, because that thing is about half an inch from the wall, and this is what they call a dolly style, so there's a pivot here with the front wheels and then a pivot there where it attaches to the tractor, and I couldn't drive those to save my life. This also has a corn header, which is currently mounted on it. I don't know why. Maybe they were just both left out, and whomever put them away just left them both attached when they were done, because they did them both at the same time. That could be. I don't know. I wasn't here for that. But our harvester is a John Deere S790. I know absolutely nothing about it. I don't know anything about driving a harvester either. We'll see what happens in regards to that. I don't know if I'll still be doing everything come harvest time. But we will see. So we got some diesel tanks here so that we can keep everything filled. Oops, I forgot to close that door, didn't I? There we go. So we'll have a wander down here. In fact, I'm going to jog a little bit. That way you guys aren't waiting forever. We have another John Deere. This is one of the biggest tractors. It's the one that I've been doing all the heavy field work with. It is a John Deere 8370 RT. It's a nice, very nice tractor, very comfortable ride, and very powerful. I currently have it hooked up to this big seeder. This is not the same seeder that we used before. That's currently over at one of his other farms. But this is what we pulled the plow and the cultivator with over the past few days, and now we are getting ready to lay in some seed. And that just leaves this other shed here. That door isn't stuck. Alright, well, that door can be stuck. We will go in this way. We have a nice Peterbilt. This is, you guys may have seen this before, I don't remember. It was actually over at the dealership getting some work done. when we drove by, or at least when I drove by. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I did. But this is Farmer Fred's truck, and we are the ones who brought it over from the dealership for him. This is his big dump trailer of some kind, and that is our new truck. New to us, anyway. It is a 1986, I believe, Ford F350. Has a plow mount to it. Has a nice hitch on the rear end. This is a trailer that I purchased for myself. There's our camper, of course. Emily's actually not here. We picked her up a bicycle, and she's out riding around on that right now. And this is my other purchase. Whoop! Hop up here on the trailer. This is an Alice Chalmers riding lawn tractor. Actually, it's a garden tractor. It has a small front end loader on it. I have two mower decks for it. The one that is on it, which is a standard rear discharge mower deck, to go with this pickup bag, which we can tow along behind us to pick the grass up. And I did test this out in the yard earlier. That's why it's all hooked up. And this deck is a mulching deck. And this is what I was originally going to mow everything outside with. I was just going to mulch the whole yard so that I didn't have to deal with taking care of the grass. But, yeah. And then we also have this trailer, which for some reason has a rear hitch on it. I don't know. Maybe you can just chain multiple of them together. But I only own the one, so. And then it also has this rototiller attachment. I have not had a chance to use that. I don't even know if it works. I saw these for sale in a local newspaper in the classifieds ad section, and it was a really good deal. It was $1,800, and everything works, everything runs, and it's in really good shape. It's been garage kept its entire life, so it's very well cared for. It's had oil changes. The guy is very thorough, or the previous owner was very thorough. He even writes the dates on the oil filter, so I know when the oil was last changed on this and everything. There's obvious signs that he's regularly greased all the grease points. Yeah, everything is in really, really good shape. And like I say, it all works. That's even more important. Kind of like our new truck. I am shopping for a plow. We're going to want that come winter. And so that is where we are at, everybody. That's our new truck. And this is our sort of new home and our job. And without further ado, I need to get with it. So I'm going to... Come on, door. Come on. What is wrong with this door here? Well, I guess it won't hurt to leave it open for now. There it goes. I don't know what's up with that door clicker. It's just that door, so I'm guessing it's the receiver. But as I was starting to say, I will see you guys in a little while when I get all set up on the first field and ready to start planting. Alright, everyone. I'm all set up for this first field, which, if we look over our shoulder here, is right here. I just wanted to make sure everything was in order before I started filming, and I didn't want to look too ridiculous on camera trying to get this thing positioned, because I am terrible at driving it, and I have not learned how to use this tractor's GPS yet. I will be going this weekend over to Dave's place and getting some lessons on that from him. But in the meantime, we're doing it the old-fashioned way, just like we did that first field. there are 4 fields that Fred owns in this area. So we've already done the one that you have seen me plant previously, that first day that we worked for him. And now you're going to see me doing another one. So I should tell you about the other happening. My job truck driving is no longer my job truck driving. I quit to do this full time for 2 reasons. It is more beneficial for me, and it's more beneficial for Fred, with his health the way it is. But why it's more beneficial for me? Well, there's 2 reasons for that as well. I'm making more money, of course, but also that job sucked. You did not know what you were doing from one day to the next, which is common with driving truck. I understand that, but it was worse than most places because frequently you wouldn't know what your second job was until you finished your first. You wouldn't even know if you had a second job a lot of times. And it was low pay, low hours. It was no way to make a living. And I understand now why somebody that they had no idea about, who just officially got his commercial driver's license, although I've driven rigs in the military, of course, why they were so eager to hire me on the spot like that. I understand now, because after talking to other people, they can't keep anyone. They cannot keep a driver to save their lives. Well, gee, when you're not paying them anything, you're not giving them enough work either. No wonder. No wonder. So this field straight ahead of us is another one of our fields as well, but we need to be careful not to cross over into it with the cedar here. So I'm going to watch what I'm doing real close. And the reason for that is that they're going to have different crops in them. What we are planting in this first field is soybean. Alright, we should be able to swing wide out here and then bring it back. So yeah, they cannot keep a driver on that job to save their lives, and I don't blame anyone else who's quit. Honestly, until they change how they're doing things, they're not going to be able to keep anybody. Ooh. Boy, that was actually not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. We just got to get it into the field. Oh, but I've... let's try something here. Nope, nope, nope. That's not what I want to do. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Ooh. Alright, that's good on that side. Let's have a look around here. Good enough on that side as well. And drop it on the ground. And let's see how good of a job I can do at keeping this right along there. I thought I just saw a deer bounding through the woods there. I probably did, out of the corner of my eye. Sorry about that squirrel moment. If you guys have not seen the movie Up, I highly recommend it if you have children. I watched it with Emily. She's a little old for that sort of movie, but she still enjoys them, so I'm not going to tell her no. It was a cheap rental. Only cost me $1. Cheap entertainment, which is all we can afford right now. Although Farmer Fred is paying very generously. One thing though is that Emily did something extremely nice for me that you guys will get the benefit of in this video. she bought me a camera drone so that I can get aerial shots while I'm working. And this isn't just any ordinary camera drone. This is one that you can set it up to where it's locked onto a target. So I can set it up directly above the tractor, for instance, looking down, lock it onto the tractor, and it will follow the tractor around. I thought that was the most amazing thing. She will not tell me how much she spent on it. By the way, she has a job. She has a job. She's working at a local fast food joint. That's another reason that she has the bicycle, so she can go to work. I'm guessing that she has spent an exorbitant amount of money on it, and that's why she won't tell me. But I'm going to put you guys down, well, shut you off this camera, and I'm going to get the drone going for this next shot so that you guys can see me from above. I'll try to make it a good one, and we'll talk again in a little bit, alright? I'm going to probably time-lapse the drone footage. I think that's the best thing to do. I'm going to get Emily's help doing it. She's still helping with my editing because I'm terrible. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Been sitting here talking to you guys this entire time since I turned the interior camera back on. The microphone wasn't plugged in. I was telling y'all about fixing my mistake where the seeder was bouncing up and down on the field that we were using to turn around, the more southerly field there. And microphone wasn't even on. And I was telling you that I'm going to shut down for now. Well, we can't do anything more anyway, because the other 2 fields that we have yet to plant are going to be canola, and it's too early to plant canola. So I said that we were going to go for a ride, because there was something else I wanted to show you guys. Well, should give you a look around the truck too, huh? I mean, this interior is mint. It looks brand new. There's a reason for that. He did have the interior reupholstered and new carpet, and all the rest of the surfaces of the dash were cleaned and polished up, repaired as best as possible. There's a couple of little scratches. I don't know if the camera will pick them up or not, but for a farm truck, the interior is very well maintained. But yes, let's go for a little ride now, and we will see where we get to, yeah? I got a little bit of a surprise for you guys. Well, sort of a surprise. I was saying with the camera, with the microphone unplugged, I was saying that I wanted you guys' advice on it. And yes, everything in this truck works, unlike my old Dodge there. You guys might recognize the place up here on the left. That is where we stopped that very first day for the car show. It looks pretty abandoned. I don't ever see any equipment here. I don't know. Well, maybe not. The door of that shop is open, and that wasn't open last time I came through here. Sorry, once again, squirrel moment. But I don't see any tractors or anything out and about. So I don't know what they use that place for. I don't know anything about it, and that's okay. I don't mind not knowing. It's not really my business. It would, however, be nice if they ever finished up this construction over here. Oh, boy. We timed that. I almost plowed on the brakes hard. That would have been interesting. Not really. Would have been frustrating. We're so close to where I'm taking you guys. Well, there is a car coming. Nothing this way, though. And they are taking their dear sweet time, so we are going to go. Yep. So I saw this sitting out here by the road. And I'm thinking about buying it. And that's what I want to know from you guys, whether I should or not. We'll pull in here and jump out and have a better look at it. So this is belonged to another local farmer, and he has passed away a couple of years ago now, and the family has decided to sell the land off and also sell this nice old Kenworth. She's dirty. See, Kenworth, well, KW for sale. I don't know if they don't know what Kenworth is, or they didn't want to write everything out. It's a pretty chintzy sign. It's obviously repurposed. This used to be, I'm guessing, there by the driveway announcing what the farm was, but I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing. But yeah, this is for sale. Um, and I've contacted them and discussed it with them. They're willing to sell it for 12,000. Now we do have the money. If you remember, we made 30,000 selling the motorcycle, and even after paying taxes on that, paying $3,000 for our new truck, paying taxes on that. Thank you, Michigan, for taxing everything. And buying that riding lawnmower and that trailer with the income that we've had in the meantime, I still have about 27,000. So 12,000 wouldn't be impossible, and we could have our own rig to do our own jobs. Oh, that's funny. They put it on both sides of the sign. I think they probably put it on the sign before moving the sign, and whoever moved the sign didn't put it. I don't know. That's just a guess on my part. With it on both sides, I would have assumed that they would have put it like right here, and like the edge of the sign facing across the road there. That's how I would have done it, because then you can easily see it from both directions. So yeah, somebody's a nincompoop the way they put the sign. So yeah, she's kind of dirty on the outside and everything, but if we go around here, as you can see, the inside is beaut. Mattress needs replaced, but that's something that you always want to do. Lots of storage, good size sleeper bunk. Not that we'd be using that most of the time, probably anyway. 13-speed transmission. And the most beautiful part, they left the keys for me to try it out today. Oh, she purrs. Very well maintained rig. Oh yeah, I could drive this. I could definitely see myself driving this. Let's give it some beans here. Give it some power. And brakes. Brakes work pretty doggone good. Everything feels the way it should. I think this truck's been pretty well maintained. It's dirty, but it's a working truck. It's not a showpiece. So we will be nice and park this back where they had it, right through the bushes, just like they drove it. Am I too far forward? Maybe just a little bit. So yeah, I definitely like it. Jump back out there. Oh yeah, I probably was fine to start with, but let me know what you guys think. Should I buy it for $12,000? And we could have our own rig. Kind of planning against the future. Just, I will put a vote in the description of this vlog, as I did back when we sold the motorcycle. And you guys can let me know what you think. Right now, I'm leaning in favor of it, but it is still a lot of money. And with Farmer Fred's health, our future is somewhat uncertain here. Still, it would actually help alleviate that, wouldn't it? Because I could drive. Make money that way. And be able to support us. So I right now think it's a good idea, but I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. Vote on the poll, and if you want to, leave a comment. If there's anything more you want to say. I'm definitely interested in hearing your thoughts. It is a pretty nice truck, especially for its age. Oh, I didn't tell you. It has 1.6 million miles. So she's made some trips in her lifetime. She's not a spring chicken anymore. There's where we were kind of camping out before. Glad that we're not doing that anymore. That was making me really nervous. On more than one occasion, I saw cop cars going down the road and was afraid of what they were going to do. But, you know, we're in a safe place now. That's what matters, right? Safe for me, but more importantly, safe for Em. She is the whole reason I'm home, rather than still being over in Germany, which is where I was stationed before everything fell apart. Alrighty, we have one more job we need to do today, and that's make up some silage bales, because that's what I decided to do. I'd given it some thought while I was out riding the field pulling the cedar there. That is what is going to be best for us in the long term. So I will... Oh, now this door is acting up too. What is going on? Well, I'll have to have a mechanic come out and look at that possibly. We shall see. I'm getting kind of tired of dealing with the camera and everything. So I'm going to put you guys down. It's kind of heavy on the head, if you know what I mean. It feels pretty weird having a camera on top of your head. So I will see you guys on the next vlog. Please let me know what you think about buying the old Kenworth there. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.